Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to Afro Wonders. This time we're in for another edition of Afro Review of a mega city. Can you guess which one? Guess what mega cities do you know? You got Paris, you got Tokyo, LA, New York, and we got London town. Yes. Man, London's just one of those places where you can be there for months and not even scratch the surface of all the dope things there are to do there. And I actually did that. I studied in London for a summer back in 2013. And so I got to see all those touristy sites. And that's where I first got bit on the ass by the traveling bug. So this time around, because I'd been to London before, I'd seen all the touristy sites before, this time around I could take it slow, kind of do all the off the beaten path things, whatever seemed cool in the moment, I was doing it, didn't have much of an itinerary, so I was able to kind of focus and zone in on different factors like the safety of the city, the cost to visit, the demographics, what it's actually like, and yeah man, after examining all those things, London actually got 4.5 Fros out of 5 on the Fro Rating Scale. That's solid, man. 4.5 out of 5. So, with no further ado, I'm gonna let y'all know why I'm about to go in depth now. Let's go. So, London's one of the major melting pots of the world where everybody's just trying to get there for a better opportunity. So if you can make it there, you can make it pretty much anywhere. It's just like in New York City. So people from all over the world are there, and the cool thing is it makes it very diverse types of foods you can eat. I mean, the languages that you hear every day, I mean, it's super dope. But one thing is, especially in London, everybody kind of crowds up at the same couple of spots. You know, when you go to London, you go to visit, TripAdvisor is going to tell you to go see the Big Ben, see Buckingham Palace, see the London Eye, whatever, etc., etc. But there's so much more to London than that. I mean, you ever heard of Brixton? You heard of Shoreditch? South London? Anybody? Man, those are my favorite places that I visited this time around. My homie Zaina, she put me on the Shoreditch, a couple of bars out that way. So much flavor over there. And Brixton was my all-time favorite, man. I told you, I stayed in London for months, never went down that way. It's in South London. Brixton is a district where actually a large amount of the Afro-Caribbean population is there. But, I mean, it's a lot of different cultures and so much diversity there. I mean, it's beautiful. And the best part is, it's more of a local community vibe there. Like, as soon as I stepped off the subway or off the tube, I was just kind of like smacked in the face with how flavorful, like how zesty the city was at that point. Because, I mean, all those things, like you just walk around and you see people just mingling on the street corners or like just talking at the street vendor where they're selling food, but also just like, you know, everybody knows each other in a way. And that's super dope. And as far as the safety of the city goes, I mean, if you're in the center, you're good. Like, you can go around anywhere, especially during the daytime, there's nothing to worry about. You know, at nighttime, like, you're also really good. You know, you just take the tube wherever you're going, or, you know, call it Uber, call it buses, like public transportation is good like that. You know, there are crazy people everywhere. In a mega city like that, there's definitely probably a higher concentration of them. But, you know, you just be logical about what you're doing and you'll be fine. It's a very good place to be, very safe, and nobody, like, you don't get treated any differently because in the end you're just another face. Alright, so the cost to visit London, I ain't gonna lie, this one kind of hurts my soul to even talk about it. My pockets were bleeding every time I went out to eat. Man, And it's pretty expensive, but it's not like Switzerland expensive where it's like absurd. But they do use a different currency. They use the British pound. Europe uses the euro. The United States uses the US dollar. And the US dollar is the weakest of them all. The pound is the strongest of them all. So, like that's what messes you up really, because you'll go out and you'll be like, dang, a sandwich and some fries for like $13. I mean, that's not too bad. It's probably higher than I want, but cool, it's all good, it's all good. And you come back that night, check your bank statement, and like ended up being, after tip like $20. I'm like, damn man, all I got was a burger. Like, so things like that, that's what hurts your pocket, man, because you don't expect it to be that expensive, and it's that conversion that gets you. Alright, so the food in London. So I always had kind of a negative thought when I thought about the food in London, even when I lived there for the summer, because all the places I went, I was just like, man, it's just not, like, why these burgers just not as good as back home? Or like the chicken it's just too bland. Like where's the seasoning? And I don't know, I kind of realized since moving to Europe that you can't go to Europe trying to get some food that you love back home. You don't go to London for soul food or something like that. And their traditional dishes are like fish and chips or something like that. But what I love about London is how diverse it is, like we talked about earlier. So you can have people from all over the world owning their own restaurants all on one street. You might have an Italian restaurant next to a Korean, next to a Jamaican, next to Ethiopian, Italian, I don't know if I said that already, but et cetera, et cetera. And it's actually authentic food because it's being made by these people, like with their hands. Pizza is being actually made by an Italian person. So that's a really cool thing about London. So one of the downsides of being in the center of a mega city like London is nature just isn't at the forefront. Like your mountains are these concrete skyscrapers, and the bodies of water that you're used to, beautiful lakes are really like man-made reservoirs. But with that being said, there are some good spots to get away from the hustle and bustle of the city in there. Like Hyde Park is my favorite. It's very serene, and it's really nice just to get out of the craziness that is London. So Hyde Park is a really good one, very green and serene. They got a nice little lake there, so that's really cool, and it's very big. Nice trails all around there. So London has an incredible world-renowned transportation system. And the cool thing is they have these cool little old-looking 1950 style taxis that you'd expect Al Capone to step out of. But that's not what I'm talking about. They have the tube. Why take the taxi when you can take the tube? And if you don't know already, the tube is their underground train system, so their subway system. And it's super high speed, gets you from point A to point B extremely fast. And the thing is about it though is London is so packed as a city that most of the time you get to the platform and train pull up, and man, their doors open and it's just like packed like sardines. There's people just shoulder to shoulder, arms up, man. Like there were plenty of times where I waited for that door to open. I saw it, and I was like, all right, I gotta make a decision. I'm either gonna snuggle up under these two German tourist armpits for the next 12 minutes, or I'm gonna just wait for the next train, because they do come like back to back. The next one's gonna come in like 3 minutes maybe. I always choose the second because man, I'm not about those crowds, bro. But like I said before, it is a very good transportation system. If you go off peak hours, you'll find spots in the city, and buses are good, always on time. Not always on time, but they come. So, if you know anything about London, you probably already have that thought in your head that London is super gray and dreary and rainy all the time. And it's true, but I gotta say, when I lived there for the summer back in 2013, we went through the worst heat wave that they've had in decades. Like, I mean, weeks straight of just 90 something plus degrees, which is not common at all out there. So I'm just saying, you know, it can swing every now and then, but in general, it never gets super, super hot or super cold, somewhere in between all the time, like, I don't know, 50, 60 degrees. And I mean, I guess, yeah, the worst part is the gray, dreary look. Like, it's gray a lot of times, you know, it gets depressing if you live there probably at times, just not to see the sun. 'Cause I live in the Netherlands and that's what I see for the whole winter, just gray. So, but you know, out there, like, I saw plenty of sun this past time that I went there. If you watch the London video, check it out, you'll see. And it was just like 5 minutes, I'll be soaked in rain and a hailstorm, and then 5 minutes later, just like rays of sunshine directly on my face. So it's very unpredictable. But you know, if you go out, you'll always, especially at night, you'll want to bring a light jacket. You never know. It can come at any time. So considering London's demographics, the safety, cost to visit, food and transportation options, hiking, everything else I just talked about, London got an amazing 4.5 Fros out of 5 on the Fro Rating Scale. So if you're still looking for a little inspiration on London, check out my London video where I actually explore it in a very off the beaten path way, not hitting all the tourist sites. Also, if you're looking for cities around London, I've done some Manchester travel, which links in the bottom too. Manchester's super dope because it's like London's little grimy brother, like in the best possible way. I love that city. So much energy, youthful spirits there. And also, if you're looking for great hiking options, I've done a few there. I have a video on Lake District National Park and Peak District National Park, which both amazing. Lake District is my favorite all the time, so definitely check out that video if you haven't already. And you know, every black in whatever location experience is different. We're all different, and it really can't be captured with one person's experience. So I'd like to know what your experience was if you've traveled to London before, or around Europe, or wherever you're at, and what your comments or questions or concerns are if you're gonna go to London. So just let me know, drop it in the comments below. And other than that, man, I hope you appreciated watching Afro on this today. If you did, hit that thumbs up, definitely hit that thumbs up, and share it with anybody that you know that might like it. And you know, leave a comment with any questions or concerns you have, and definitely subscribe to the page if you haven't already. Other than that, man, I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. Peace.